Spider-Man 4, rumored villain makes brand new day title make total sense. So, Spider-Man doesn't look happy. Oh, which one of these guys? Well, he's already showed up. He was in Sony. I don't know if that'll happen. But wait, who's this? So rumors are pointing to who will be the villain of Spider-Man 4. A character who would be the perfect fit for the sequel's newly revealed title. Well, considering all the negative reactions to it, because the Brand New Day was an era of the Spider-Man comics that followed a story called One More Day, which erased the marriage of Peter Parker and Mary Jane Watson. So they're now in the Marvel Universe, they were never married. It's a long-winded nonsense story. But the interesting thing about it is that the circumstances therein were somewhat similar to what they did in the movie. The last one they did, where Doctor Strange was helping Peter erase everyone's memory of his secret identity being revealed. A similar thing did happen in this comic book story. He had his identity revealed. He just did it on his own. But it ended up getting his Aunt May nearly killed. He didn't think of that. Instead, it was Mephisto, who's basically the devil in the Marvel Universe, cut a deal. It was really ridiculous. He cuts a deal with people to make them sign over their souls in exchange for some magic trick of sorts or power or whatever they want. But in this case, he decided, you know what? I won't take your soul, but I'll take your marriage. And he explained that when people go into a deal with him for noble reasons, in this case of wanting to save his Aunt May and all that, and protect his loved ones from the knowledge of his identity and all that. When people make a sacrifice like that, even though they're stuck in hell for all eternity being tormented for payment, they take a certain amount of comfort in knowing I did this for the ones I love. And so he's like, I can never really hurt them enough. So he decides to do this. And what does he get out of it? He just gets, I ended their marriage. I guess it was stupid. They were just trying to figure out some way so that he can go back to being a single young man and that sort of thing. They just could say it's a reboot, time travel shenanigans, whatever. But whatever. That's what they did. It was loathed by most of the readers and whatnot, but they've kept it that way ever since. And then the follow-up story was called Brand New Day. So anyway, that's the title for the next Spider-Man movie. As they said, the home trilogy is over, so they won't be using the word home in any of the movies going forward. I don't know if Brand New Day means another new day will be if they do a fifth Spider-Man. But anyway, Mr. Negative is the villain who will, they're theorizing will be in it, since he was the villain in the Brand New Day era, off to the start anyway, of the Spider-Man comic. So this is actually art from the video game, but you get an idea of what it could look like, so it'd probably be something like that. So, insider Daniel Rickman shared a rumor indicating Marvel Studios is looking to cast an Asian actor between the ages of 30 and 50 for a big role in 2026's Spider-Man Brand New Day. This report is one of numerous factors leading fans to believe that the role in question is Mr. Negative. Further adding to that rumor in the week since the news broke, Stephen Oyoung, sorry if I'm getting it wrong, I probably am, who voiced Mr. Lin/Mr. Negative in Sony's Spider-Man games, has become more vocal about wanting to play the role in the new movie. He asked, "What's a guy gotta do?" in response to the rumor. You might not want to know that answer. Important to note is that in Marvel Comics, yes, the Spider-Man Brand New Day storyline featured Mr. Negative as the primary villain. In that story, Spidey's marriage. Oh, and I already explained all this. Yeah, his marriage to Mary Jane Watson is erased, which results in changes to history. Included in this is Spider-Man's secret identity being forgotten after he was unmasked in the public during Civil War. Similar to the spell that Doctor Strange. Yeah, there you go. You're all caught up. The comic features Mr. Negative as a ruthless crime boss who uses dark force powers to terrorize the Big Apple. Hey, that's New York. However, he is also Martin Lee, a philanthropist who runs charity organizations, most commonly Feast. Lee previously made a name for himself in modern media as a role as with a role as one of the main villains in the Marvel's Spider-Man PlayStation game released in 2018. Fully showing his Mr. Negative side, he would join Dr. Octopus as part of that game's Sinister Six. So here he is. Negative. Looking at Spider-Man's recent MCU tenure, Marvel Studios and Sony Pictures have plenty of natural avenues through which to introduce Martin Lee in Spider-Man 4. Most notable is the inclusion of Feast in Spider-Man No Way Home, which was a charity organization Marissa Tomei's Aunt May helped run. Also important to remember is Feast's place in the 2018 Spider-Man video game and its sequels. The first game heavily featuring Martin Lee as the shelter's benefactor. So he sounds all positive and nice, but then when he becomes Mr. Negative, well, it's a different story. So it's all just a front, you know? While there was no sign of Lee in No Way Home, Brand New Day could introduce him either as Feast's new leader after Aunt May's tragic death. He could also have been the shelter's founder long before May died. More than likely, yeah. But no matter which option is picked, his inclusion in the story would be just about seamless. Lee could also be a great villain to use when thinking about this film's mix of street level and multiversal storytelling due to its connection to the Dark Force and more supernatural powers. Well, he definitely comes from Earth. His wild powers could lend themselves to meshing well with potential multiversal storylines as well. For now, fans wait to hear more news from the Spider-Man Brand New Day set as the sequel looks to start filming before its July 31st, 2026 release date. So anyway, stands to reason. So likely, yeah, this guy will be the main villain, and probably yes, will something he does in fighting with Spider-Man might open portals or whatever, that kind of thing. And once again, Spider-Man is exposed to the multiverse, which he already knows about because he met his other selves in the previous movie, you know. And so I don't know, but that tends to be something I would expect from the Spider-Man movie. I'm hoping it is more street level because you didn't get to see a lot of that. And a good bit of Spider-Man comics was this street level vigilante type superhero. And with this Mr. Negative being kind of a crime boss, would fit well into that. And then, but then giving the nature of his powers could be like an in credit type thing, where, I don't know, his dark force punched a hole in the fabric of the universe or what have you, and exposes Spider-Man to what's afoot with, Doctor Doom and all that. So, it's just a rumor, but kind of fits, Far more than those two. I don't think we'll see them. But we'll probably see this guy.